I just thought she was, well, the first thing I saw, you know, was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like, you know, because she, despite all her success, she still remains humble.
Tyla has barely been mainstream for 2 years and she's already out here pissing off some very important people because word on the street is she and Rihanna already have some beef behind the scenes, and Rihanna even rejected a collaboration from her. Tyla has been claiming in every interview that her biggest inspiration is Rihanna. The whole time Rihanna is unimpressed and she feels like Tyla is trying to copy her. I mean, everyone and their mama has acknowledged Tyla except for the one person who she mentions in all her interviews as her biggest inspiration. Even Beyoncé acknowledged Tyla and welcomed her into the industry. But Rihanna, on the other hand, is hell-bent on making Tyla know that she isn't rocking with her at all and would very much like for Tyla to stop bringing her up in her interviews altogether. Initially, people actually thought the bitter one was Beyoncé because Tyla was barely mentioning Beyoncé in her interview, even though her music videos and some of her dance moves were clearly inspired by Beyoncé. For example, when she released the music video for her song Push to Start, the Beehive were on her tail for 40 days and 40 nights because the video literally looked like a compilation of multiple Beyoncé videos. Even the color grading of the video and the choreography was giving very much Beyoncé in Crazy in Love. But Tyla was still not crediting Beyoncé and kept mentioning Rihanna. Now it's possible that she was inspired by both of them, but Beyoncé fans were still upset because she was only crediting Rihanna and completely leaving out Beyoncé. She would literally mention Aaliyah before she said anything about B. It got so bad that people even started to defend her against Beyoncé fans because the heat was getting too much. Someone on X even posted a side-by-side photo of Tyla rocking the exact same dress Aaliyah wore but in a different color and captioned it Beehive. Tyla is inspired by Beyoncé, but Tyla the following day. At this point, things were beginning to get a bit heated, so Beyoncé did what she always does by hitting up her local florist to send Tyla a couple of flowers and a cute note congratulating her for her new album. This is a classic Beyoncé PR move when they are comparing her to a new female artist, and it works like a charm every time. Now, you'd think that Rihanna would at least do something like this just so people will know that she's checking for Tyla, especially since the girl has been mentioning her in every interview, but she doesn't give a care in the world and has continued to actively ignore Tyla. Other artists including Janet Jackson and Ciara have acknowledged Tyla, and Rihanna is still mute. Back in 2023 when Tyla blew up, Janet posted a video on her IG stories of her happily singing and dancing to Water. Shortly after, Janet performed the song again on stage during her tour to show Tyla just how much she loves and appreciates her. And just recently, Ciara also came out and she said she's been watching Tyla for a while now and would absolutely love to work on a song with her. She gets the chance.
To maybe work with Tyla. I think what she does is just, her music is really infectious and she makes people dance through her music. And for me, it's really important to make the world dance. I think me and Tyla could wind it up a little bit, you know, do a little something together, maybe. Could be cute.
Mind you, Tyla hasn't even mentioned Ciara in a single interview, and even Ciara has no problem acknowledging her. It was actually this interview that triggered people to bring up Rihanna because they felt that at this point, she was the only one left and it was beginning to give the vibe of she is bitter about Tyla. Someone on X actually replied under the Ciara interview and said, "I'm gonna say this as a Navy. It's weird that one person Tyla admired never acknowledged her. I'm talking about you, at Rihanna." Now, the reason why people are taking this so personal and dragging Rihanna forward is because, as I said, Tyla has been screaming in every interview that she goes on that Rihanna is her biggest inspiration. It's similar to when Rihanna also first popped out and people started comparing her to Beyoncé. And she also said at the time that B was her biggest inspiration, but Beyoncé was ignoring her, and things got even worse when those rumors about her sleeping with Jay-Z also started going crazy in the tabloids.
I used to listen to Beyoncé growing up. I used to listen to a lot of Destiny's Child, Mariah Carey, and Whitney Houston, and I was influenced highly by those artists, R&B artists, of course. So that's why I sing a lot of R&B over reggae beats. Dancing, it was just always a part of my culture. So I didn't go to dance classes or dance lessons.
My greatest idol is Beyoncé.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak. Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
I hear that you're a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter, and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control. Izzy too, I really admire the both of them.
And so has he given you any kind of advice of how to handle time? And
He always drills it in me, stay humble, stay like you are. He always tells me that.
Beyoncé actually gave her a few tips and tricks behind the scenes, but never acknowledged her in public, and people believe that's why they still don't have a song together despite being connected to Jay-Z. That will require Beyoncé to acknowledge her publicly, and word on the street is she doesn't want to do that. People believe this is the exact same thing Rihanna is now doing to Tyla, except she is also not acknowledging her in private as well. It's like Tyla doesn't exist at all for her. During a radio interview Tyla did a while back, she said the reason she connects with Rihanna so much is because, just like her, Rihanna is also a non-American black woman who migrated to the United States and still managed to make all these big things happen for her. She said prior to Rihanna, she didn't think it was possible for non-Americans to make it as big in Hollywood, but Rihanna really showed her and everyone else that it was possible. And this actually checks out with the way that Tyla handles her career, because she always reminds the world that she's from South Africa.
Do you have an album or an artist that really did it for you?
I always say Rihanna. Always. Just the fact that she came from somewhere outside of America and was able to do what she did. Like, I will always respect and look up to her for that.
Have you met her yet?
Not yet. Hey, I'm nervous. But hopefully one day.
One of these days, I mean, I've seen this happen so many times. You know, a young artist comes in, you know, blowing up, doing their thing, and there's no way I'm going to meet Rihanna. You're going to, at some point, it's going to happen. You will bump into her, or it'll be set up by your team. It's just, I don't know. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that encounter goes. She's super sweet, though. She's super sweet.
I'm sure she is.
But this wasn't the only time she mentioned Rihanna. She went on to mention her a bunch of times in her other interviews as well. In one interview, she even said she was aspiring to be even bigger than Rihanna, and she wasn't going to stop till she took over Rihanna's spot. People believe this is what really threw Rihanna off, and that's part of the reason why she refused to acknowledge her. I mean, it's one thing for you to be inspired, and another thing for you to boldly say out of your mouth that you want to surpass your inspiration. At this point, it sounds like a competition, and they are probably not going to mess with you as much anymore.
Up to Rihanna, she's done an amazing job, and I hope to one day be on that level and even bigger, you know?
Oh, yes.
Because I really believe.
What makes this entire Rihanna and Tyla mess even more scary is the fact that Rihanna has actually been praising Tyla's colleague, Ira Starr, but continues to ignore Tyla. Ira is a Nigerian artist, and there's actually been tension between her fans and Tyla's fans because Tyla's fans have been dragging Ira for not being as global as Tyla. And it looks like Rihanna has chosen her side too, because she only ever acknowledges Ira and even told Ira that she would love to give her a verse.
Normal girl, you know. You know my favorite place in the whole world is Barbados. My found out you know I went to Barbados and I couldn't stay outside. Like, I was like, Rihanna's gonna be so pissed at me. Like, this girl Ira Starr. And I was like, I don't know, but then my cousin, she just was like, oh my god, I love this girl Ira Starr, and we went down on homework. Obsessed. We do have stuff, but we don't have a song yet. But soon. You got extra verse for me. Yeah, don't say that. No, that wouldn't be that.
At this point, people are saying it's fair to assume that Rihanna will do a song with Ira first before she ever attempts to do anything with Tyla. Some people also said Rihanna doesn't even have to acknowledge Tyla if she doesn't want to, and that she is busy minding her billionaire business. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. One person said, I honestly think Tyla should just refrain from saying which artist influences her the most, because honestly, I'm so damn tired of seeing y'all drag her for no reason. F Rihanna and F Beyonce, she's effing Tyla. Another person said Rihanna is an established billionaire with her new family. She's already succeeded musically. I doubt Tyla is an issue to her. And if anything, Tyla's music career is doing great without the cosign. because Rihanna not even dropping music. So why would she need to mention Tyla other than to be a Fenty ambassador? But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Rihanna ignoring Tyla? And do y'all think she'll ever acknowledge Tyla or even work with her? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.